Hi everyone, today we are going to be talking about geometry. First, we'll start with the basics and then move to the complex mathematics. Now you may be thinking, geometry is nothing but full of maths, but it's actually not. Have you ever wondered what geometry actually means? Geometry is a Greek word. So, geo plus metry. Geo means earth and metry means measure. So if you are talking here, geometry literally means earth measure. By the way, do you know who's the father of geometry? Just like the father of nation, the father of geometry is Euclid. Euclid has written 13 books to explain what geometry actually means. Now, let's start with the mathematics. First, let's start with the point. A point has no size and no dimensions like length, breadth and depth. It only indicates a definite location or position. Next is a line. A line has no thickness and extends indefinitely in both directions. Now, you may be wondering, a line may go around the earth like this and join back at the same point. If you are thinking like that, it's actually wrong. We'll be explaining it in some time. Next is collinear points. Collinear points are points at the same line. If it's something like this, it's not a collinear point. This is right. Next is a plane. A plane is a two-dimensional space that is flat. So a plane is represented with three non-collinear points. Because if it's collinear, it's more like a string and we don't know which way the plane is tilted. So that's why they use non-collinear points to represent the plane. So now the line, since the plane is flat, the line goes flat and doesn't curve. So it's actually the line goes indefinitely and it doesn't curve around the earth. Now let's talk about the line segment. The line segment has two endpoints and is measurable. If it doesn't have endpoints, then it will become a line. The next is a ray. A ray has one endpoint and extends indefinitely. Do you know why we call the sunlight as a ray? It's because the sun is the endpoint and the ray comes from the endpoint. So that's why it's called the ray. The next is the angle. The angle is a union of two rays or line segments that join at a common point. The common point is called a vertex. Now let's get into some theory topics. How to write a definition. What properties a good definition has, and the four properties of a definition are: number 1 is named. Number 2 is set or category. Number 3 is difference. Number 4 is reversible. These are the four qualities of a definition. Now we'll take an example to check these out. An example of a household cat. A cat. Any animal in class Felis domestica with sharp claws. Now let's check the properties with this. The first property is named. So the name is the cat. And the second is category. The category of this is Felis domestica. And the third one is difference. What's the difference from this? It's the sharp claws. And the fourth one is reversible. Now let's try it. Any animal in class Felis domestica with sharp claws sounds like a cat. So this is how we check a proper definition. Let's say it again. First one is named, the second one is set or category, the third one is difference, and the fourth one is reversible. We saw Greek until now. Let us look at some Latin. Postulates. Also called as axiom. They both mean self-evident truth. Postulate is basic assumption or statement that you can accept as true. You do not have to prove. For example, 2 points determine a line. The next is theorems. You have to prove. For example, two lines exactly intersect at one point. If they intersect at more than one point, it's possible they could curve. It's only possible if they curve. The next is corollary. Corollary can be proved with another theorem or postulate. With this, we have completed very basic geometry definition. In the next video, we will be looking at bisectors, intersectors, angles, and betweenness.